The broadcast is live.
We're live.
Yay, liveness.
But there's a 20-second delay, so...
Delays are the best.
Let me pull it up on my phone. Hopefully I can see it on my phone. Oh yeah, finally. When I schedule lives through StreamYard, for some reason, I can't see the thumbnail like everyone else can see it. Ever. I never see it until I'm live, and then it's there.
I didn't even look for your thumbnail this time. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's fine. All right, so we have...
Does the chat not pop up in StreamYard anymore? Or?
Well, it does, but I'm always nervous that... Wait,
delay.
can you not see the chat?
No. I'm on private chat and everything, and there's nothing displayed. It says chat with the host and the other guests. Let me see if I can type something. Hello. It just pops up with my chat.
Oh, yeah.
Bring this up.
Click. Do you see on the side where it says comments? Click that.
There's everybody. Nancy and Jackie and Justin and oh goodness, Ella's here and Chris is here and Robin is here. This is
Lots
so many people. My goodness. I'm giving decks away or something.
Yeah.
Long-haired skinny-eyed toe.
No, we're not giving away. There's
so many people.
So now that I have just carried right along for 2 minutes like we weren't live and just like continue to do everything that we were doing anyway, let me say hello to everyone. So hello everyone, because realistically unlikely that I'm gonna catch everyone, and so I'm just not. So I was talking to Melissa earlier about how I needed to go through my decks and basically just decide which ones to sell, because I know that I have decks that I'm not, like, most of them are decks that I have not ever done a reading with and just got them because I thought they looked cool. So, like, now I'm kind of to the point where I would like to liquidate that and use the funds to further other collections and other, I mean, you know, I have a laundry list of decks that I would like to buy.
Yeah, redirect the means to your current interests.
Yeah. So originally I texted you just to say, hey, I need you to help me decide. And then, of course, because Melissa ultimately is the ultimate salesperson, you were like marketing for me and we're like, no, you need to do it live. This is a good opportunity. And I was like,
also content opportunity. I mean,
yeah, of course. Oh, that's what I meant, was content.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, it is kind of, you know, if someone does see a deck that they like, this is a really great chance for someone you know and you like and all the other things to, you know.
Yeah, to potentially get it. So I didn't think logistically how this would work, because I don't know that, like, I joked that it would be like an auction, but I don't know that actually trying to sell the deck live.
Can I hear $5? $5.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's a great idea. So I guess what I should do is we can go through the decks that I have set aside, because I pulled out the ones that I think I'm ready to part with.
Yeah, there's some serious dents in those shelves there.
Oh, yeah, I have, vacancies now. Sad. But, like, not sad, too.
I know, right?
Room for growth now. And then I guess once I decide which ones I don't really want or need anymore, then I guess if the viewer is interested in it, I guess just leave a comment below, not in the chat, because if it's in the chat, I'll never find it.
Mm-hmm. Also, if you're leaving a message in the comments below, you will have to wait until the end of this broadcast and until YouTube gets it reposted in order to actually leave those comments. So come back to the comments.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. Like not being able to actively leave a comment currently.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, maybe you can.
Nope.
I have an option that I can.
You do.
Really?
Yep.
Well, nobody else does?
Nope.
Well, that's stupid. Why would they do that?
Because you're the creator.
Okay. I'll take it.
All right.
No, none of, well, that's not fair. I have I have a couple of yellow boxes.
I can't believe you're getting rid of yellow boxes.
Yeah, only because
Duplicates.
Well, we'll get to it. So some of them I'm not totally sold on getting rid of yet. Something tells me you will be able to talk me in or out of any of them.
You know, I am the Marie Kondo queen. I can talk anyone into getting rid of anything. That is my gift and my curse.
So the thing about some of them is that some of them are decks that are really hard to come by and are typically pretty pricey and pretty collectible. And so part of me is like, am I only holding on to them because of that? Or like, do I actually like them? So yeah. So we have 22 people. That's a bunch of people.
It is. I'm trying to keep an eye on this chat here and see like if anyone's asked a question or anything. Seeing an awful lot of hello, corner rounders. Oh, someone's doing some deck mods.
Oh, Justin wants to know about your witch balls.
Oh, yeah. These are witch balls. God, I really can't point. There we go. It's just blown glass. There's like threads of glass inside them. There's some folklore that's probably more marketing than anything else. That's like, if the evil spirits are around, they'll be attracted to the colored glass and they'll be caught up forever in the wheel of glass inside. Nah. I clearly have a problem and have far too many. Also, I do live in a not safe place, and this is my burglar alarm.
Love you. See you later. Love you.
Bye, Josh.
Oh.
Bye.
That's my husband leaving for work. Oh, Christina wants to know what decks I still want. So the decks that I have like committed to what Melissa has coined as going full Pokemon. The decks that I have decided to do that are the yellow box, but not, when I say full Pokemon, I don't mean like every single edition of the little white book. But
I mean, you are doing that for like what, 1 through 15?
Yeah, but I'm 1 through 16.2.
That's right, 16.2.
Yeah. Yeah, and I can't believe that I corrected you on that because you're the one that even told me that.
I know, but in my mind, 1 through 15.3 is like the real ones, because then it does. They're the really important
one. 16.2 is just an excuse to buy 2 more.
No, like the little white book does change to 38 West 32nd or whatever after 15. So if you want 468s, it's up through 15.
Okay, fair enough. So that the blue box rider decks, the albino, but like not crazy. Like I'm not like in a super hurry to drop $400 a deck for those. So I'm happy with what I have. The University Books decks, the Aquarian, and the Morgan Greer. Those are
We're in
my
competition, basically.
Wait, what?
We're in competition, basically, to go full Pokemon on those.
Oh, yeah. It's all the same ones that Melissa is doing. She's just less vocal about it. But don't let her fool you. Like, yeah.
Asked where I get these colored glass things. Wherever my mom lives, which is in Western Pennsylvania, there's lots of different boutiques that sell them. You can look up certain brand names, I guess. I think Three Crows Glass is one, Pure Point, various ones. Just Google witch balls. You'll come up with a bajillion different ones.
So, yeah. So basically, the decks I just was talking about are the decks that I'm like collecting and stuff. Also, I collect, as you know, Melissa, just RWS in general, modern, kind of vintagey, whatever, just all iterations of it. Those are all, let me see if I can just not make anybody sick, but
that's fine.
Those are all above the yellow box.
Oh my goodness, look at that view.
I know, it's so nice. And then I have my like modern indie decks that I actually read with. And then those on this shelf, other way, are just vintage decks that I'm not getting rid of because I don't know. I'm not there. I'm not ready yet for that. And then the top are books and little oddball decks and things.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I guess now that I have blabbered on for 12 minutes, we should get the ball rolling, so to speak. I guess I will.
I'm really interested to see what people are saying in the chat here. Robin wants a Traveler's Tarot, the little mini yellow, blue box.
Oh, unlikely. Yeah. I mean, unlikely that you'll get mine.
I'm sure some will come up on eBay. They always do. Justin's saying that he needs a vintage yellow box without copyrights.
Justin, I'll send you a message because I think I have one coming in tomorrow that's a duplicate that I bought because it was a good price, and I think I already own it. So I'll send you a message if I get it, and it is.
I may have a duplicate as well. Oh,
well, here we go. Melissa, you want to wheel your little trunk out and you can start selling too?
No. Yeah, I might actually, but those are all upstairs in a closet. I did not bring them down here, and I am not about ready to, deal with all that. Each of these trays weighs 30 pounds at this point, and I don't want to be lugging all that and, whatever. So no. But I'm pretty sure I might actually have a vintage yellow box that I have on accident, but I will look. Elle wants a Sunburnt Magician. Yes.
Okay.
Any spare Golden Riders, says Jackie. God, I wish.
Funny that Jackie would say that because I do.
You do?
Yeah, but well, kind of. This is a deck that I didn't intend on doing the full Pokemon thing, but then it just kind of fell in my lap, and then I was like, maybe I will. But this deck has everything. It has the extra cards and all of that. It's in great shape, except it's missing a card. But Elle has a deck that also I think is missing a card. Or maybe Elle has the missing card because I had to get this sent to her and then she sent it to me. So L, I think, actually has the extra card.
Oh, I still need to send you the missing card. So yeah, she does have it.
Oh, there you go. So potentially I might have a golden brother.
So if you send this to Jackie, Elle can just be like, here, Mom.
Yeah, Elle could just run it downstairs. Okay, so I guess let's just jump right in. So, how do you think I should do this? Do you think I should save the exciting ones that people are going to be like, ooh, I want that for the end? Or
that would drive interest.
Or just like randomly
stay.
Okay, fine. That's what I'm going to do then. So, I guess let's start with this one. I know. And
the only reason I have mine is because you said it was so amazing.
I know. And it is.
You can totally tell the sun went down at my place because now I'm all like hyper exposed with whatever this light situation is.
Oh, yeah. Mine also, the sun is going down too.
Things around so don't Jasper.
I really do like it, and it's cool, but like really, really, I never use it. It's
not a usable deck.
Huh?
It's not a usable deck. It's not tarot. It's 78 cards and some random assemblage.
Yeah, it is fully random. Robin wants to know what the name of it is, and I cannot pronounce it.
Egyptios Kier?
Let's go with that.
We'll go with that.
This is the first printing of it, which is fun. The cards truly have not been used. I expect because the deck is not usable in that sort of way.
Mm-hmm.
Justin asked if it's like a Taya, but I don't even think it's like that. It's truly, there are like...
It's unique.
Yeah, so the cards just keep going. Like, once you get past the Fool, so the 22 majors all have like standard
Magician, High Priestess, etc.
And then after that, it just like fully departs. And so you have like Laborer, Weaver, Navigator, Prodigy, the Unexpected, Uncertainty. But like there's no sort of indication about what suit it is, or
there are no suits.
Yeah, there are no, it's just literally 78 cards based off of Egyptian kind of like hierarchy, I guess, or like
Chris is likening it to like having a deck of all majors, so like 78 major cards, and honestly, like pretty accurate.
Yeah, that is kind of how it is. The reason that I did like it is that I think you could use it sort of like an oracle, like just
it's very early.
Just like draw one card and then kind of use whatever the title of the card is sort of as a keyword.
Mm-hmm. Justin says it might be good for ancestral work or something. I can absolutely see that. And it's also very good for like self-reflection, I've found, with the keywords. Like if I pulled the Weaver, right, as like a daily draw, I'd be like, okay, well, what type of connections can I make across things today? You know, how can I pull together the fabric of my existence? Whatever, right? You know, that type of thing. And it's nice, actually. I've used it for that, and I enjoyed that, honestly, quite tremendously. So more is an oracle-y type thing, I think, is pretty apt. My ex was kind of an occultist, and by kind of I mean like totally, and he just loved this deck. He thought it was the coolest thing in the whole wide world. I'll probably send him mine at some point in time because he just thought it was great. This particular deck is also really beautiful. It has that same like gold printing that the Golden Rider does, but way more of it. It's very gold heavy, and you just don't see that type of printing done anymore. Like now we've got like proper gold inks and embossing and all that other stuff, but to see like this, it's just a very beautiful production.
Yeah, and I like no, it's Justin, it's US Games. I really like the colors. I think the colors are probably what made me want to get it in the first place. And also, it's one of those decks that sells for crazy amounts of money for, I don't really know why. Not that it isn't great. It's just like, if it were more user friendly, then I could see the like $150+ that it usually sells for, but it's not super user friendly.
Yeah. Did Justin ask, is it AGM?
No, it's US Games.
Well,
distributor,
but I think it was printed by
AGM. It might be. Let me check.
I have a feeling that there's probably some group out there that this is a very important thing for them, and that might be what's making this so expensive, because it had gone out of print for a really, really long time. It has been brought back into print in Argentina, so maybe not entirely legally in print.
No, I think actually it might be legal because it originally was printed in Argentina.
Oh, okay, well that makes sense then.
Yeah, the deck was printed in Argentina. It doesn't have a there's no publisher, I don't think, on it. No. Editorial Kier, Buenos Aires, Argentina. I mean, it literally doesn't. That is all that it says. Oh.
Okay, gotcha.
So, yeah.
This deck must be really important to some group of people who know far more about it than what we do, because it commands and it gets very high prices.
Yeah.
Chris is saying, did Elle say she wanted to do a cull? I'd love to see a video of your tarot shelf, Elle, like showing us all the decks you have. Like, yeah, Elle, I'm all there for that as well. And if you want to do a cull, I would happily watch that on your channel with Shane, if that's what you want to do. But, like, yes, please.
I have seen Elle's collection, and it is great. Mm-hmm. She is like the indie deck version of us. Like,
yes.
She has all the amazing indie decks.
I'm very envious of Elle's collection. Everything I've seen of it, I'm like, ah.
Yeah, she's got good taste. I mean, lots of people think it's really weird, but I tend to like the really weird decks. Okay, so moving right along. The next one is the
Egorov?
Yeah, Egorov Tarot. It was published by Piotnik Wen.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of how you would actually say that in Russian. I took Russian in college a bajillion years ago. Egorov? I don't know. Doesn't matter? No.
It has that same gold like the deck that I just showed. All of the borders are like that. And this damn ring light, I swear. Let me see if I can turn it down a little.
That looks good.
Okay, perfect. A little better. So this one, the majors all have this black background. And it is a cool deck.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
I truly never use it. And then when you get past the majors, each of the minors is sort of like this totally different, its own color palette. So the
wands would be red for fire.
Huh?
Wands would be red for fire.
Yeah, I guess. It's sort of this like cranberry and like pink combo.
Yeah, reddish.
And then the coins get this sort of like,
I guess you're back to the black background, but there's more of like.
I think it actually is like extremely dark brown.
All right, I'll accept it.
Oh, and then
they're beautiful. I love that dark background.
Wait, what?
I said they're beautiful. I love that dark background.
Oh yeah, and then
it simultaneously reminds me of like Russian icons and also those like velvet Elvis paintings.
Yeah, and then the swords get this like dusty navy color and blues.
That's pretty. I like the second one.
The cups the cups are my favorite in every deck, but these cups in particular are also my favorite color. They're green.
The cups are green. Silver to me.
Huh?
The cups are green, or is the background that's green?
Oh, the background.
Okay.
The cups are like white.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really cool deck, but like, truly, I've never read with it. Also, it's like ridiculous thick. I can like barely get my hands around it. Like, I have decks that are just half, like, this is the thickness of the whole deck. But, I mean, it basically is unused, brand new, no sort of, like, any kind of issues with it. Yeah, so that's that.
I can't recall offhand what I've seen them go for because it's not a deck I typically pay attention to, but I think that's like, ones I can remember are usually like 80. Does that sound about right to you?
Yeah, I probably paid. I'll have to check. I should have done that. Pulled my like eBay and saw how much I spent on them.
Oh, we can spreadsheet that out later.
Exactly. Oh, Elle wants to trim it. I'm not sending it to you.
Elle wants to trade for it?
Trim it.
Trim it?
Yeah, we're not trimming it.
It looks so pre-trimmed though.
No.
Pull out one of those cards again. I want to like envision the trim. Thank you.
This is not appropriate content for my channel.
No, it isn't. You're dying inside, but I love it. I mean, like, I guess that would actually be a little tricky to trim, and then you would obviously lose, like, the titles.
I mean, I guess you could trim just the sides and the top.
Yeah, you could just trim it to the...
and make it, like, really long.
Yeah. You could just trim the image, and it would definitely look fine.
No.
Robin says that back in the 80s, he slept with a famous Russian pianist named Egorov. Not the same guy, I guess. Probably not.
But maybe. Okay, so that's that one. Then I have the Gareth Knight.
I might get that one from you.
You what?
I might get that from you. It's been on my list for a while.
Really?
Yeah, like it's not necessarily like one I would read with, but there's something I kind of appreciate about it, just like I don't know, one of those random it's one of the few vintage decks that I would like. The
size I really think is cool.
Yeah, it's a fun little.
It isn't really bridge size because it's wider.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like.
That's just a fun back.
Yeah, it's like slightly slimmer, but like a lot shorter. And the reason that this one is off the list is because it's fully a pip deck.
That's why I haven't gotten it yet, because I'm not a pip deck person. I think
look at that death. It's so cool.
I love the colors.
Yeah, everything else, this like Blue Devil, everything else about it, I really, really like. And I really want to use it. And I really like the colors. And then you get to this.
Yeah, and that's all very thothy.
Like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like,
read a book of Crowley? I don't know.
I just get nothing from it. And like, I guess if I ever read majors only, I could just pull the majors out. But like,
what are the courts called? Do they go off of the Toth system? So Toth is what?
Yep. Princess, Prince, Queen, King.
Oh, no, that isn't Toth. Toth is like...
Oh, it's not? Oh, it's Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a Knight instead of King, I think.
Yeah, and then it's... I don't even know.
Anyway, everything else, the aces, the court cards, and the majors are all like really cool.
Mm-hmm. This is the gear.
The rest of it, I'm just like, I'm not ever going to use it.
Yeah. Chris asked what this one was called. It's the Gareth Knight deck. He's also coming to our rescue with the Toth. It's Princess, Prince, Queen, Knight.
Oh, perfect. So this is the first edition of this. When I did the video on this, because I do have a video if you want to see all of the cards.
Your video is why I want the damn deck.
Oh, well. When I did the video, I think Gareth Knight was still alive. I don't know if he still is.
Oh, I hope he's unalived.
You hope he's not?
I hope he isn't dead.
Oh, I was like, what? Okay, well, wow.
I hope he isn't unalived because I have...
Oh, unalived.
Much, yeah. And
Got
in
it.
school, we're not allowed to talk about death because trauma. So my students have, weirdly enough, started saying unalived, which... good on them. Justin says that this is a Toth-based, or not a Toth-based, a Kabbalah-based deck.
Yeah, that sounds right, and it looks right. I don't know enough about Kabbalah to, like, and they're just like, it's so pippy. It's so pippy.
Very pippy.
So the next deck that I have is an Amerigo Fulci deck.
Oh.
It's the tarot. Huh?
Is that the Columbus Tarot?
Yeah, it's the tarot of Christopher Columbus.
Oh, too cool.
Yeah. This is number 1106 of 3000. And it's printed by, I'm so glad, Melissa, that you're doing this with me because I can just tell you live instead of trying to remember. We need to figure out this Atal cards printer.
Oh, okay.
I want to know about them.
Okay. Chris has asked what I teach. I teach English, both at I teach senior high school English as well as dual credit English, college English. So I teach both worlds.
So it comes with an Italian little white book and an English. Actually, okay, so there's English on one side, Italian on the other, and then maybe Spanish and perhaps French?
Seems probably about right.
So 2 little books, and depending on how you flip them, lots of languages. The cardstock is really cool, really great. It feels like I think the closest thing that I can imagine is that it feels like Belgian.
Oh, like the vintage. What am I talking about in my head?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. In the like tan box.
Yes, thank you. Bloody hell! I want to say it's University. It isn't Universal Weight.
Yeah.
Vintage Universal Weight. Yeah, that's a great cardstock.
It's like super matte.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So the thing,
terrible person, but these cards are nice.
well, yeah. So, Amerigo Fulci does the Millennium Tarot that we were looking at. It's the same artist.
Okay.
He has lots of decks. The decks are really beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I think most of them are printed by this Ital Cards printer in Italy. The art style is fantastic. But I just don't ever use it. I don't think I've ever used it.
It looks like Ital Cards has their own shop on Etsy.
Oh.
And it's all these decks. So,
is it really?
Yeah.
Like, currently? You could buy them?
Well, I mean, like, not like you can see my phone. Tarot by Dante Minicaroni, Tarot by Sandro Pepino, Tarot Americo Volci. I'm literally looking at the Columbus one right now. So yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, how much are they selling it for?
More than I have. $171.
Oh, wow.
Was this one of the decks that you got from that Texas person?
Yeah.
Best story ever.
So this is, now I remember why. It's because I'll never use it. It's completely a pip deck.
Mm-hmm.
All the same. It's like even the same chunk of the map.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. It's not. That's kind of cool. Did you see how they like moved?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so that's kind of cool that he did that, but still it's completely a pip deck. But it's a cool pip deck, and the art is really cool, but aside from like taking it out and flipping through it, I mean, I'll never do a reading with it.
Justin's asking what you're asking for it.
Okay, so this was all really last minute, and I didn't think about that.
We've not gotten to that stage of the game yet.
No, I didn't think about how much I wanted for them. Well, Justin, if you're interested, send me a message, and I'm sure we can work something out. Yeah, I truly did not even think about it. Honestly, I'm deciding if I'm keeping them or not keeping them as we go through them. I just pulled the ones that I'm most likely to pass on.
Yeah.
So that is the Tarot of Christopher Columbus. Like I said, it's number 1,106 out of 3,000. And I have another... Don't I have another one by this person? Huh. No, I guess I don't.
Did you catch Julie's interview of Rosario Salerno the other day?
I didn't.
Yeah. Well, one of the things he said is that he really does like the pip decks because that way, like, you don't have the iconography distracting you or your client. So that way, like, let's say you get the Three of Hearts. Yeah, no, the Three of Swords, right? The Heartbreak card. you can spin that. Like you can actually like say some other meanings other than the client being distracted. Like, oh my god, my heart's going to be pierced 3 times. Right. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I like pip decks for that reason, but I still hate them.
But I don't ever read for anybody.
Well, maybe that's something.
So the next one, I'm not completely sure that I want to move on, but I like it. It's the Sala one.
Soliona?
Yeah, Soliona. That sounds much better than what I said. This one is so in 1981 it came out, but it came out in 2 different versions. There was this version that was independently published in Italy, and then US Games also published one at the same time. So there is a version of this that comes in a tuck box, not this kind of like
slidey.
Yeah, so you basically slide off this sleeve, and then the cards are in this.
That's cute.
Yeah. And it's really nice paper. The other thing about this edition is that this, I think, was put out like an artist edition. Because the backs, I believe, are different. These are the backs of this deck.
Oh, okay.
So the backs are different on the US Games one. And
do it back again. That's why it's called Sol Leona, Sun and Lion.
Oh. Everyone, Mary, Melissa.
Worst kept secret ever. Don't worry about
it. Jesus. And it's right here. I'm looking at, like, everyone that just heard that, forget you heard it. So the thing about this is that it's, like, the cardstock is nice. I think it feels a little thin because the deck is so big. But the images and the art is cool. The corners are not rounded. So
that Emperor.
It may not be the best for like shuffling.
Yeah, this isn't a shuffle deck. That's way too big and. Oh, I like that wheel.
Oh, should I add it to your pile?
I don't know. It's a lot of aesthetics that I don't typically have, but I am very much liking this art. I like how narrative that art is. I can like literally look at it and start seeing stories, which is the thing that I like as a reader. Yeah, Justin, this is the Soliona.
There's also a future Soliona.
Everything looks like weird and robotic.
Yeah, that one I'm not like overly thrilled about. But this one I thought was pretty cool. It does stay pretty close to RWS.
I don't know. Some of those cards do drift quite significantly.
Okay, fair enough. Now that I'm looking at it. Okay, so it's like loosely RWS inspired. God, I really got to figure out this whole like camera and showing the cards thing because I'm going to make people sick.
Interesting. Frida says that the Soliona also possibly came in a 2-piece box. Possibly, especially the ones that were sold in Europe. I can absolutely see that.
Oh, Frida, not to put you on the spot, but do you happen to sell decks? Because I think that I bought a deck from you on Mercari, maybe? Or maybe the person on Mercari just happened to also use that photo. It's tiny on my phone, so I can't see if it's like, it looks like a piece of like historical art.
Who did the art for the Soliona?
Elizabetta Cassari, Cassari.
Elizaveta Casari, then.
Yeah.
So I guess not Vito Arienti. Sorry, Justin.
Well,
Elle wants to trim this one too.
Elle, stop it. I'm never sending you anything.
I mean, it is a lot of border.
Oh, wait.
Frida says that she does sell decks on Mercari.
No, it is. It does have Vito's name too on the side. I think Elizabetta Cascari, whatever. Elizabeth. I'm just gonna like fully mispronounce it.
Anglicized.
I don't like that. No.
To make like English, anglicize.
Okay, fine. We can go with that. I think she maybe wrote the little book that came with it.
Okay.
But now that I see that, I mean, all of them are copyright 1981 by Vito.
You might get some background noise from me. There's a neighbor playing their music in their car right behind me.
Oh, it's fine. A little character to the stream. So that is the Solione Tarot. Oh, and now it's not wanting to get back in the little sleeve.
Destroyed.
Oh, okay. Frida said she does sell a Mercari. So I think that I did.
What deck did you get from her?
I can't remember. I want to say maybe I was looking at a deck that she was selling. I think at one point she had an orange back Aquarian with the black snake, and I think I was looking at that. So next,
wait, I might have gotten that from her.
Huh?
I might have gotten that from her. Yeah, long story. We'll get to that later.
Maybe you did.
Who knows? I never paid attention.
Realistically, I probably would have sent the link to you if I didn't get it.
It's very likely. No, you sent me a red and black one.
So next, I have the Justin, cover your ears. Anybody else who really loves Marseille, cover your ears. I have the only Marseille that I like.
And you're getting rid of it?
It's the Spanish tarot. I will never use it.
But it's the only one you like. At least keep it on for reference.
Okay, well, we can talk through it and maybe I will, but all
right.
This is a vintage one. I think you can still get it. Those are the backs. They're this like
a very nice pattern.
Hard to like tell, but they're this really pretty almond color. The colors though are amazing.
I love those purples.
Yeah. And they like only get better once you get past. So then you get into the wands and they turn into this like electric green color.
Ooh, now that is my color. I'm all about the greens.
And then the coins. Oop.
Oh.
It's like kind of fluorescent.
Mm-hmm. Like everybody needs at least one Marseille in their collection. And if this is the one that is like, you know, the only Marseille you like, you will need it for something at some point.
Okay. Fine. The swords are this like periwinkle color and purple.
Very pretty. I like that the swords are a totally different color scheme than the wands, because I cannot tell the swords and the wands apart in Marseille. I know one's curved, one isn't. The swords are curved, which blows my mind. But
and then ultimately, the cups are my favorite.
Those are beautiful. Well, cups are always your favorite.
I know, but like even the colors in the cups are my favorite.
I love how it shades down to that purple from the orange.
Yeah. Yes.
They're lovely.
So, yeah, there's that. Maybe I won't get rid of it. I really do like the colors, but like I don't literally never have red with it.
Justin says eventually you'll go through a Marseille phase.
Oh, I can't afford a Marseille phase and an RWS phase.
We'll leave that up to
not like y'all. Y'all little Marseille heads, like damn. I thought I was dropping some money. Masha. And no shade. I think it's lovely and great and the decks look beautiful, but I cannot afford to want to collect those in the way that I collect in general. Like,
yeah.
So
hey,
wait, what?
Oh, Trisha said hello and I just yelled out, "Hey, Trisha."
Oh, hey, Trisha. Oh, and Trisha says keep it.
Justin says that Marseille is the crack of tarot. And Chris says, brace yourself and your wallet for the vintage Grimoires. Grimoires? How do you say that? I don't do French.
I'm going to say Grimaud.
That sounds better than anything I'm coming up with.
Yeah. I do have one deck by them that I'm not getting rid of, but I really never use this, and I really never will.
Okay.
It's the Madoni Tarot.
Oh, yeah.
I love the art.
Mm-hmm.
And if it was illustrated pips that looked like this, I would use it every day, all the time. This like larger than life, like costume design kind of aesthetic.
There's something about it that reminds me of Lionsgate.
Oh yeah, I can see that. So yeah, there's that. Now that I'm like have fully avoided actually doing what I said I was going to do. So the next one is
Piotnik Nguyen.
Yeah. Another Marseille. That I also
Is this Marseille or just a pip deck?
Oh, actually, I think it's just a pip.
Deb says, Brant, did you say that Spanish Marseille is available now?
Maybe.
I've vaguely talked him out of it, but
maybe.
It ended up being on the chopping block.
So these have really cool backs that look like someone just drew them with a ballpoint pen.
That is really cool. Not reversible at all.
I don't do that either. So
I don't really either. Ooh!
This one is so cool, but I'm never going to use it. And I have thought about sending it to Mindy because I feel like she would like it, but I don't think that she would use it. Because she will tell you that she is snobby about the cardstock. And the cardstock is like, I mean, it's like a cereal box. It's laminated. It's laminated, but it's like a box of Fruit Loops.
Oh yeah, she wouldn't like that cardstock.
And again, fully pip, like so pippy.
Oh my god, those are the pips. I thought those were like card backs for a second.
Oh no, those are the pips.
Uh,
Now we're into the swords, I think. Yeah.
okay, I like the swords.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I guess they've numbered them. Like each card has its own like number 51, 58, etc., as well as 10 of hearts. 10 of hearts.
Oh, cups. I guess it gives you like the playing card suit too.
Yeah.
Oh wow, and you can tell that I never did anything with this because it's still in the order that it came in, because I always reorder mine to be wands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's your order that you typically do? I know you always start with cups.
No, I end with cups.
You end with cups?
Save the best for last. I always do wands, pinnacles, swords, cups.
Ah.
And I don't know why. I have no idea why.
I always start with swords to get the, scary bits out of the way first. And then I do cups because you need some, special love and care after the swords. And then I do the, male, female. So then I go to the wands and then end with pentacles. Although I think, honestly, Pixie probably illustrated the pentacles first.
Why do you say that?
If you look at the court cards, they're way more detailed than the courts in any other thing. So, whenever you're doing like a big project or whatnot, you kind of like lose steam toward the end. So I think she probably did the pentacles first of the minors.
Robin asked if I could use it as a majors only. I could, but I don't ever read majors only either.
Yeah.
Majors
only decks?
Huh?
Do you have any majors only decks?
Yeah, I have one. No, I have two.
I think I've got two too.
Next I have the Intuitive Tarot.
Do you ring light? Oh, interesting. Tell us more.
It's Siliconway.
Oh,
this is the original version from 19 whatever.
Oh.
Everybody
likes, I just don't know much about.
Oh, sorry, 2004. This is the...
Yes, Robin. Siliconway first edition. Apparently, Robin will buy this deck. He's very excited about it being first edition.
Oh, it is. It's the first St. Martin's edition. So by St. Martin's Press. I don't know who printed it before that. So the book is nice. I don't think that the current edition of it comes with a book like this big. The current edition also has different backs, I believe. It's also much bigger. This one is a lot smaller. It's like...
What year did you say this was?
Huh?
What year did you say this was?
2004.
2004?
So the thing about this is... let me see if I can find some of them.
Robin, do you have the second edition? Could you show the size of those compared to like a standard yellow box or something?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, Robin, get out your ruler.
Okay, so it's... Gotta love a paper towel.
So what is that? Half an inch shorter, quarter inch wider?
Yeah.
Ish. Hello, Claire.
Okay, so sorry, Robin, ahead of time, because I don't know really if anyone is going to want it, because when I got it, every single card was great and fantastic until I got to the cups. And this person wrote on every cup.
Womp, womp, womp.
So...
I mean, like, if you're going to write on cards, at least write on all the cards.
So, I haven't investigated trying to remove that. I've read different...
How laminated are they?
They're laminated, like... I mean... They're about like a Belgian RWS.
I wouldn't do it.
So I've read that a kneaded eraser might do it.
Yeah, but if it was done with like ballpoint pen, it'll leave like the ghost marks of the impression, like where it physically indents the cards.
So it wasn't. It was definitely done with a felt tip.
A felt tip?
Of some kind. I don't know if it was a Sharpie or what. It's black.
So the way kneaded erasers work is they actually like remove a surface layer of paper.
Oh, well, I don't want that.
Well, you know, that's generally what happens. It's very gentle and it's not like you see it. If it's on a lamination, I could see where it would be very, very clean with felt tip. Don't know.
Well, if anyone is interested, Robin, if you're interested, send me a message and I'll send you some pictures of all of them and you can decide. And I mean, if anyone is interested, even though it does have some writing, I will say the writing is not like intrusive on the art. It's kind of like...
So you can try it?
You could, but the thing about the deck is that it's not super RWS, so I don't know, unless you already have worked with it for a while, I don't know if you would be able to recognize which card it was without the titles.
Gotcha.
So there's that.
Maybe I could trim them if the price is right. You know, they do look like they would be pretty when they're trimmed. And if you've got, you know, another deck to compare it to, yeah, seems like a great idea.
Yeah, that's true. So the next deck is the Servants of Light.
I don't think I've ever seen this deck before, ever.
It has a nice big book. It is... It's the second edition. And it very much reminds me of... God, what is the name of that deck? Let me go look really quickly. The Tabula Mundi.
Oh.
So here are the backs. Oh, Melissa got a little bee. Got a little bee.
Very cute.
I literally have never even... I got this deck. I haven't made a video about it. I haven't pulled it out. Nothing.
Oh, these are kind of cute.
So I think it's...
It reminds me of the Guild Tarot. I don't know why.
Do you know who did that art?
I don't. The art of the Guild Tarot? Probably.
Yeah. I think this is the same artist.
Who's the artist?
Joe Gill.
Well, there we go. Justin's looking for a BOTA deck. You want a vintage one, or do you want a current printing? Because you can still get them from Builders of the Identium, or whatever they're called. Frida says that Gil did the majors to this one, but possibly not the minors.
Frida, I need to get your information so I can pick your brain, because you're obviously pretty knowledgeable.
I am very tickled that I picked up that this was like Gil Tarot without like knowing Gil Tarot and whatever. I'm just very ticked that I got the art. It's very pretty.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool, but again, very pippish.
Gil Tarot is also very pippy. So.
And you have mine. I sent you that.
Yes, and I treasure it. It's one of like the 2 or 3 hip decks I probably will never get rid of.
So they redid the courts. So we have Keeper of Weapons.
That is a very big departure. Keeper of Weapons.
Yep, User of Weapons. Giver of Weapons. How generous. Maker of Weapons. Like NRA theme?
I'm unamused.
Yeah. And then we have Crescents, which I believe are cups.
I like the moons.
And they're all moons. This might have been why I bought this deck.
Because you like moons.
How sad is that? I bought a deck because they have a lot of moons.
Well, you are moon baby. Unless you're rain baby. Or
noon baby.
I don't know how you did that.
The noon? I don't either. Because I did it very last minute and wasn't planning it.
That's very Wicker Man, that one. I don't hate this deck.
I don't hate it. I'm just like, I don't know about that. So that is the Servants of Light, 2nd edition, 1991. And it comes in this, like, I mean, very 1991. Like, this is very much a VHS tape box. Like, very much.
I can read the FBI warning right now in my head.
So the next one is one that I have hemmed and hawed about selling for almost as long as I've had it. And it is the Greenwood. So I don't know how many of these actually were made.
Not enough.
Clearly, because people go bananas for it.
Mm-hmm. And they're supposed to be reprinted, but I guess that got stalled out. I don't think they're doing that anymore.
I don't think that printing is very ethical, and I wouldn't say people should buy it.
Mm-hmm.
So without getting into like too much detail, it has the original book.
It's great.
And it has this original like little map that is basically I don't know exactly how it works, but it's the wheel of the year, but then it also has the majors.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
And also the court cards. Somehow. Anyway, it's cool. Here are the backs.
West Sartero says she wants this. Yeah, I'm assuming she. Yeah, it looks like a she. The little picture. The pagan passive. Why isn't very ethical? Long story short, the artist Cheska Potter doesn't want to be associated with the deck. Doesn't want it to be printed again. But the other people associated with the deck kind of like overruled that. So.
Yeah. So essentially, the deck was put out by Mark Ryan and Cheska Potter. Cheska Potter did the art. Then she had, I don't know why. I don't know if she ever even made a statement as to why. I just know she disappeared and she didn't want the deck sold. So then Mark Ryan took, I guess, the blueprint of the deck and created
Wildwood?
Yes, the Wildwood tarot. And
which is actually
then somehow down the line, Cheska Potter, a friend of Cheska Potter, talked to her. She said she was perfectly fine with releasing the deck, like the images, and you can find the images readily available online and have the deck printed yourself. But when you do that, I don't think that it is missing something. It doesn't have all of the, maybe it doesn't have the keyword. It just has like 3 of arrows and it's missing the bottom. Also, the backs are different when you get it online to do. Anyway, long story short, Mark Ryan started a campaign to reprint the deck, and without the consent of Cheska Potter, and I believe Cheska Potter has the copyright, or it's maybe what it is that the copyright is held by both of them. Mm-hmm. So I just feel like technically, I don't know. I just don't, it makes me feel icky. I feel like he shouldn't do it without her.
I think the thing was like she didn't want to profit from this anymore for whatever the reason was. So if he does in fact republish this, he probably won't share the profits with her, which means he's whatever, right? So that's where the ethics get a little bit bizarre. This deck does sell for huge amounts on eBay. I think I saw one just recently that was like $850. I know I saw one in the UK fairly recently that was £799.
Yeah, it sells for an insane amount of money, which makes me think they didn't print very many of them.
I mean, it's also that rarity.
Hold on to it. I don't know which one it is.
When they did publish it initially, that was also during a time where people were more likely to throw away a deck rather than resell it because eBay was kind of like more newish. People were suspect. And then I think that there was also some sort of campaign when Cheska Potter was like, I don't want to be part of this anymore, where a lot of people threw away their decks or burned them or whatever.
Oh, I would have a hard time doing that. But that's just me. So, all right, we really are getting to the end now. So,
ooh, what is this?
The Spolia.
Oh.
Of course you can't. Come on. Barely you can see. So this is my copy. This isn't the copy I'm selling. I have an unopened one.
Oh, so you're selling your duplicate?
Yeah, it's still in plastic.
Wrapped in plastic. It's fantastic.
Yeah. A little aqua. So this deck is cool. It has, I think I have all of the extra cards so that I can pull them out. Because it does have extra cards.
Okay.
So it's a collage style deck. It's out of print now. The website says that it's permanently, there's no like plan to, you can get this on a t-shirt and it's really cool.
It does look like it'd make a great t-shirt.
There's no plan to reprint it. So it's completely out of print. It's a really cool deck. The art is really witchy to me.
Yes.
But like witchy in like everything that I love witchy, kind of witchy. Like
I love that card.
Which one?
Just before that. That one.
This is a silent movie actress, and I cannot think of her name now. I'll have to take a picture of her and like send it to you.
I know the actress you're talking about. I don't remember her name, but
so and like look at this, like just
very
like
cute.
Green monks. But the art is really cool. The deck is really cool. I do actually use this. I haven't used it in a while, but and then it has extra cards. It has air, water, fire, and
ooh, I like that ram.
Should be. Well, there's also an air somewhere, but I don't know where. And then it has all of the zodiac signs.
Oh, okay.
But I don't ever read with this included.
Gotcha. I am sorry for the aqua earworm, Chris.
Oh, the aqua?
Yeah, you said wrapped in plastic, and my brain just wouldn't stop.
Well, I mean, it could have been like a shitty song that you earwormed everyone with. At least it was a fun one.
True. Do you know the cure for an earworm?
Do tell.
It's actually like a thing. So the reason it gets stuck in your head is because your brain is pattern seeking, and it's looking for the end of that pattern. If you actually sing that song all the way through, earworm gone.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, that's fun.
True facts.
So that is the Celia.
No, you aren't that ancient.
No, you're not that ancient. So I have a sealed version of this that's available. This one I'm still sort of on the fence about, but it's the Kazanlar Tarot.
Oh no, I didn't think you'd get rid of that.
Well, I'm not sold on getting rid of it, but
yeah, Naomi is Clarabow.
Huh?
Naomi thought that the actress was Clarabow.
Oh. Well. So this one is like very petite.
I love this deck, and it's a deck that I will never get, but it is just so rich.
Slightly slimmer than a standard tarot and shorter.
Very slightly slimmer.
So the thing about this deck is that, well,
he's so pretty.
The majors and each of the suits are all a different
color palette.
No, a different group of people. Why can I not? Ethnicity, I don't think is the word that I'm looking at. It's you know, like damn, like one of them is Indian, one of them is maybe Egyptian, one of them is more. Actually, now that I think about it, they're kind of like religions, but associated with people.
Okay.
So here we have like kind of Hindu sort of.
The Pagan Path has asked what this is called again. I can't say it without reading it. Kazanlar?
Oh, yeah, Kazanlar.
Kazanlar.
Kazanlar. This is another one that always sells for a bunch of money.
Oh, Justin just got his BOTA deck. $13 from them directly. Not bad.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Definitely cheaper than you could get it on eBay.
So this is a cool deck, but I don't ever ever read it. And it's unused, essentially. I don't know that it ever even has been shuffled.
It's a gorgeous example of that deck.
22 Teachings, I think is her name on YouTube. She runs or works at a mystery school in LA.
Oh, interesting.
And this is the only deck that she reads with. I thought that was interesting.
That is interesting. I honestly can't think of any other person, maybe in the world, for whom this would be their only reader.
Yeah, I don't know. Printed by AGM. It's a cool deck. I may be willing to
Kazanlar Tarot on eBay for over £700. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
A lot of money.
Might have a hard time selling some of these.
Yeah.
So this one, I'm really sad that I'm getting rid of it, but I never use it, and I don't think I'm ever gonna. So it's put out by Pranic Forest. It is the accompanying deck to the Solara Occulto Tarot, which was on my top 5 and I use all the time and I absolutely love. It comes in this really cool 2-piece box.
This looks like an L deck.
The art is amazing. And then it has its own little tuck box. It's the Mercury, Salt, and Sulfur Oracle. The cards match the tarot. Come on.
The Pagan Path says that Kazanlar that's on eBay for over £700 is from Japan. I think I know who that seller is, and they have a very inflated sense of pricing, so probably not usually going for that much.
So this is the tarot, this is the oracle.
Oh,
it's a little more rounded. The corners are a little more rounded. The backs are different, but they still go together really well.
They do go together really, really well.
And it has like...
I love that turkey or chicken guy.
So the art is amazing.
Yeah.
But the problem is that, for me, the problem is that the keywords, some of them don't make sense to me.
What?
Like Abraxas.
Okay.
And like, that's on your favorite little chicken man.
I like the
go to the book and just like find that every time, but I kind of like the idea of not needing to do that. That's kind of why I like oracles with keywords, is that I can just take what I want from the keyword. And like this one is Anasadora.
These are not words that I'm familiar with.
Yeah. And then they have some that I really like A New Path. And As Above, So Below. As Within, So Without. Like childhood trauma.
Yeah.
Counsel, drowning, emotional stability. Like there are a lot of really great ones, but then like faceless judgment, like fear, grief, but then like henosis. Like I don't know what henosis is.
Chris is asking, is Abraxas like destruction, erasure, or am I thinking of another word? I think you are thinking of another word. Abraxas is a word that has no meaning. It's a mystical meaning, like abracadabra. So as a keyword, that was kind of lame. Like, why would you have a word that has no meaning as a keyword?
Yeah. And then like Pistis Sophia.
Oh, that's actually a one of the word I'm looking for. I have actually aphasias, though. Sometimes I can't think of a word. I guess a facet face of the Gnostic goddess Sophia, goddess of wisdom, apparently the wife of Yahweh in some Gnostic Christianity thing. But that's what that is.
Entity attachments. Like, okay. Power. Oh, this one is like everybody in my damn life. Inner vampire.
Sounds about right.
Rebus. Like, I guess I could just take those cards out, but
Why?
like the ones that I don't get.
Well, I guess you could do it. Sure, you can do whatever you want. But they're so nice. Now, this is the tarot, not the oracle, that you're getting rid of, right?
No, the oracle, not the tarot.
Okay, so you're getting rid of the oracle, not the tarot.
Oh yeah, the tarot I love.
Okay. Deb's interested in this one, then.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, shoot me a message. And I'm sure we can figure something out. And I think that's the end of that. And now I have yellow boxes. The rest are all RWS.
Yes! This is what I just stayed this whole time for.
So I'm going to start with the shittiest of all of them. And this is like, I fully don't expect anyone to want this, but this is just a yellow box that is like written all over every card. Has like lots written on it.
Not that much.
No copyright.
Ugh.
But like they wrote all over it. So it's fun for people who are interested in that, but whatever. I just figured I'd throw it in because I don't want it. So there's that.
Did it come with a little white book?
No.
Hmm.
Oh, none of the rest of them did. Well, except for one.
Okay. I really do like the decks that are written on. To me, it's like this like palimpsest of history. You can kind of like get a sense of like why people were into what they were into, like what they were trying to get out of the deck. I have a fondness for them.
Justin, I'll just when you message me about or when I message you about the other deck, I'll just add this in. I'll just send it to you. So this one doesn't have extra cards and
what's the box?
Huh?
What's the back of the box?
I think I'm gonna guess Belgium, and we'll see what Melissa thinks.
Yeah, it's Belt. No, that's Switzerland.
Well, they feel Belgian to me.
It's absolutely Switzerland. When they went to Belgium, they switched it to computerized font.
Okay, fine. Great. Plastic coated. It does feel really nice. So it is a vintage one. I think it's probably one of the last Switzerland.
No, there were a couple other ones before.
I am just like useless.
Sorry. But yeah, it's probably from one of the last big batches of printing. But I think there was at least one other card box before it switched to Belgium. I'll have to pull out my chronology and double check because it's not like it's got it downloaded into my brain. But it is one of the later-ish ones.
So anyway, the point is it has nice cardstock, nice color still. It's in good shape.
You'd be an excellent reader for sure.
Yes, great for somebody that wants to work with it.
Yeah.
So I have that. And then I have another one.
Robin says you're Vanna White and I'm Pat Sajak.
Perfect.
Okay.
This one is also Switzerland, but
this friend Mary must be really nice, Justin.
These are the extra cards. Oh. This one feels nicer to me than the other one.
What's the back of the box? Oh, so that was one more up from the one that you just showed.
So, older, newer.
I think so. Flip to the back of the boxes again. Yeah, both of those are published in Connecticut, but do you see how the newer one has a copyright by the Rider Tarot deck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one family, one, box family, I guess, newer.
So, there's that. This one does have extra cards, but it does not have a little white book. Again, nice cardstock, nice colors, another good reader. Yeah, so there's that. And then the next one is one I accidentally got. So I have a duplicate of. This one does have a little white book, and it is unique. It's Little White Book 53. That's not the unique part. The unique part is that it is a US Games yellow box that was printed with 5 languages at the bottom.
This would have been the second family of the 5 languages. There was one that came out in the 80s, and then this one was the 90s version. I mean, they look exactly identical, but the cardstock is different. The 80s one is a little less laminated. The colors are a little softer, but this one is also very, very good. And it's part of that whole moment about the time that the Hanson Roberts deck was being published, where US Games, for whatever reason, committed to this multilingual thing on all their cards.
Yeah.
And then they went away from that.
So, yeah. So that is also available. This would be cool for anybody looking to collect yellow boxes.
For sure. I haven't seen a 5-language deck come up in months. Which
it has been a while. And then lastly, but not leastly, I have a I'm just going to call it a Burt Backer, even though it's not.
So what he means by that is these Dutch decks were initially published in black and white by the publisher Burt Backer or something to that effect. That. There you see it, Burt Backer. That's the publisher, right? The cards then went to colored. It's actually a photocopy, I guess, more or less, of US Games is. And then they're published by different publishers. There's actually multiple ones, but they still have the same like border and titles that the Burt Backer deck did. So whether it's black and white or color, here in England and the United States and Australia, we call them Burt Backer decks. Some people who actually live in the Netherlands call them by their various publishers.
Yeah. So this one is like unused, doesn't look shuffled. The edges are still really white. These are the backs.
Mm-hmm.
These are the front. It's in great shape.
Magnificent.
Huh?
I said, yeah, it's magnificent.
Yeah. So it's in fantastic shape. What else? I was about to say something about it, I feel like.
The
cardstock is nice.
Yeah, the cardstock on those are great.
Not really super laminated. It seems like the front, well, maybe not. My initial reaction was that the front seemed a little more laminated than the back, but I don't think that it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
So
I do know that a lot of people in the Netherlands get a little bit perplexed by whoever the initial publisher was that came up with all the titles for the cards, because they tend to use more of an older version of Dutch than what is contemporarily spoken. But maybe that was just because, tarot's old, right? Let's try to be authentic.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Backer. If I didn't have one, I would absolutely steal it from you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you wanted it, I probably wouldn't have even made it to this day.
Oh, you're so sweet.
So that is that, I think.
That is the Culls.
I think that's it.
Whoa.
So thank you to the people that have, because there's still 20 people, but at one point there was almost 30, I think.
Oh, wow.
So thanks to the people that stayed around for this whole thing while I just like rambled through it.
Ramble videos are the best videos.
Yeah. Let me... Well, I was gonna say you could email me.
Do you have your email up on your channel?
I don't.
What?
Useless. Okay, so when I finish this, I'm gonna leave my email. I'll put my email in the about section. And if you're interested in this, you can put a little message, leave a comment on the actual video once it uploads, and then you can email me. I'll reply to your comment, obviously, and then you can send me an email and we can figure out a price or maybe a trade depending on what you have. Yeah.
Fun. Naomi says she loves these types of videos. Chris says thanks for this. He's been quietly in the background for the most part, but he enjoyed it. Rita says thank you guys. This was a fun video. I enjoyed it.
The whole thing, this was way more fun. Deciding what to cull was way more fun than I thought it was going to be. Because normally I'm not a get rid of, I'm a let me acquire. I need more. Yeah, and thank you, Melissa, for doing this with me and helping me pick.
Well, thank you for having me. This was a really fun way to spend my evening.
Yeah. So thanks, everybody, and I'm sure I'll have videos this week, hopefully. Oh yeah, gotta have a little finger gun. Yeah. So, okay, bye.
Bye.